Mike, what about the guys now? They're big guys now. Tyson Fury's a big guy now. Deontay Wilder's a big guy now. Anthony Joshua, they're big guys now.
They could do so much for society and have exhibitions and fight exhibitions. Matter of fact, fight exhibitions with me. And all of our most of our charity would go to people who really desperately need it.
But I did read an article yesterday from his trainer. His trainer said, look, he's better than he was a decade ago. And he could beat Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua.
You think that Mike is as good as anybody in the world right now. So could he hang with those guys like Fury, Wilder, and Joshua?
I believe Mike can do it. If he if he put his mind, he want to fight for the belt one day, why not?
The thoughts about
that? What can I say?
What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look. So, as promised, I will be keeping you all updated on Mike Tyson's comeback. So in this video, I will be discussing how the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. event hosted by Triller pay-per-view on November 28th has shattered, like just totally smashed, the pre-fight pay-per-view records, making this fight one of the most anticipated fights of the decade. I will also discuss how Tyson plans to use the financial success, interest, and his glowing popularity to leverage a similar event with prime heavyweight champions like Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, or Anthony Joshua. So I'm in the loop of things, and there is some serious interest in this. I will also speak on statements from the producer of the Tyson fight and Triller co-founder Ryan Cavanaugh. Ryan Cavanaugh confirms that the fight is real and KOs are allowed. So if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Also, I will be announcing the winner of this autographed Mike Tyson boxing glove the following morning of the fight. You still have a chance to win, so make sure you are a subscriber, share this video, and comment on who you would like Tyson to face next, Fury, Wilder, or Joshua. BUSR.com is the sponsor of our giveaway. Make sure you visit BUSR.com/showbiz to make a wager on this fight. So it's been announced by many sources, practically every media source, that Tyson versus Jones has shattered, totally smashed pre-fight pay-per-view records. And that is totally impressive, considering the age of these fighters, that it's an exhibition, confusion on the rules, and if you look back on the tremendous fights we've had. I mean, Tyson versus Jones breaking pay-per-view records is totally astounding. Look, we've had big fights like Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz 2. That was huge. Conor McGregor versus Floyd Money Mayweather. McGregor versus Nurmagomedov. Mayweather versus Pacquiao. I mean, combat sports has some huge events. And numbers don't lie. Tyson versus Jones is on its way to setting all-time pay-per-view numbers. Now, Mike Tyson took this opportunity to send shots at his opponent, Roy Jones, by telling him, "You better be ready." Roy Jones Jr., being an all-time great fighter and legend himself, responded by saying, "Man, this is what I do. I only lost because I wasn't interested. This right here is bucket list. Think I ain't ready? When I am, see you Saturday." Now, for me, this is why the fight is having so much early success. Ryan Cavanaugh was asked that very question on the early success of this event, and he remarked on the legendary status of the two fighters by saying, "This event is a one-time, once-in-a-lifetime battle. Whether you are 18 or 80, you know Tyson and have experienced his impact in your life." But what I was mostly interested in was how he doubled down on confirming the rules of this fight. Cavanaugh said, "Anyone who is saying this isn't a real fight or there won't be a knockout or winner is now realizing, uh-oh, this is real." I think people were just in disbelief. They were actually going to witness a real Tyson fight. But it is as real gets. There will be a winner. Knockouts are allowed. There will be scoring. Betting has been approved, said Ryan Cavanaugh. There isn't a person who has watched the Tyson's training videos on Triller that hasn't said this guy could actually be heavyweight champion again. If anyone has any doubt of how real this is, go to Triller and watch the Tyson training series. A new dropped today. This is going to be absolutely epic. So it's been confirmed that this fight is real. The numbers don't lie, so it's successful. And with the enormous success of this fight, it proves that fighting Mike Tyson isn't just an all-time unforgettable opportunity, it's profitable. Let's face it, this event is a financial success due to Tyson's comeback. Roy Jones Jr., he just fought in a professional fight like 2 years ago, and it didn't do quite the numbers of this fight. But Roy Jones' job isn't to be the poster boy, but the counterpart. He's been training like a monster. I had the privilege of interviewing Tom Yankello, the current trainer of Jones, and he confirmed that Jones is training to put a hurting on Tyson.
We're working on all the things that we need for this fight. You know?
I know that.
Right. So, and styles make fights. I mean, what's Mike going to do? Mike going to box Roy? He's not going to outbox Roy.
No, he's going to try to knock him out.
Tries to do that, I mean, he's got, like you said, one speed. There's, of course, we've seen some blueprint on Mike Tyson on things that guys have done to beat him. And, of course, we're watching that.
I guess we'll see Saturday, November 28th. Now, everyone have their eyes on this fight. Not to just see the performances from the two legends, but to also witness the success. And Mike Tyson knows this. In an interview, Mike Tyson called out Wilder, Joshua, and Fury to share the ring with him in an exhibition.
They could do so much for society and have exhibitions and fight exhibitions. Matter of fact, fight exhibitions with me. And most of our charity would go to people who really desperately need it.
He knows how profitable and charitable this can be and how epic the contest within itself could be. It looks like Tyson is looking to leverage the success of this event to hopefully land a fight with one of these prime heavyweight champions. Now, depending on his performance against Jones, an exhibition with Tyson and Fury, Joshua, or Wilder can be epic and earth-shattering. Something like that can be the biggest pay-per-view attraction ever. Can you imagine if Mike Tyson KOs Jones, then tell Tyson Fury in a post-fight interview,
"I'm coming for you."
Or tell Wilder,
"I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart."
Now that would be insane. But first, he has to get past Roy Jones Jr. And I'm suspecting that will not be an easy feat. ShowBizz the adult. I'm out. Huh.